Well, Big Brother continues to deliver shock twists and turns, and last night we were all taken by surprise when Allan was evicted. But Allan was saving the best for last in one of the best rants I've ever seen as he left the house.
What? I am salty AF on turbo, times that by 400. That's like a landslide. Kieran. How the hell is Kieran still in the house? I don't know what he said and I don't know what he put in the drinks, but hey, goes to show people can lie straight to your face. I'm actually lost for words. This is absolute abuse. Allan coming out second. 5 days is just too short. Get me back in the house. I want to go back in and just, stir the pot a little bit more.
That is the best, Allan. Welcome to the Ben, Rob and Robbo Show.
Hello, how are you?
Good. Oh, can I just say how much I love that rant?
Oh, thanks, I guess.
When you look back at that, do you have any regrets about that?
Not at all, because
Good.
It was what I felt. I mean, obviously, it happened so quick. Yeah, I was salty because everyone had lied to me during the day. I didn't know what was... Well, I thought it would go one way and it was the landslide the other way. So, yeah, I was completely blindsided and backdoored out of the house. It was completely unbelievable even to myself. When Sonia told me 12 votes, I'm thinking, me?
Yeah.
Me? I'm leaving the house? What?
Well, I have to say, I was shocked by the 12 votes. And I mean, it played out beautifully on air. I have so much to unpack with you. As I've said, you were one of my favourite contestants. First up, where did it all go so wrong?
Wow, so it really went all wrong in the last 45 minutes before the eviction ceremony. So the whole day, everyone had told me, Allan, you're fine, you're cool. Even Kieran had a huge blow up with Casey in the kitchen. Casey's like, you're not here for the right reasons, and all that sort of stuff. And, there was a huge blow up and, obviously there's cut and paste. So we didn't get the full argument as to what actually happened, but it was fireworks. And yeah, Kieran was truly going home. Even Talia, one of my good mates in the house, voted against me because Garth had basically campaigned to get me out of the house, told everyone, look, Angela's here on holidays. She's not a threat. And Kieran, we know his gameplay. He's not a threat. In every eviction, you basically get out the strongest players. And, unfortunately, I was pitted against, at that time, I would say, two of the weaker players.
Oh, you're calling it out. You were constantly talking up your strategy during your time in the house. Here's how you thought last night would play out.
Just so we're on the same page, I'm not going to vote for you. You're going to vote for me or not?
Why the f*** did I vote for you?
No, cool. I don't know.
Dude, use your brain.
Okay, all right.
God. Tonight, I'll be voting off Kieran. He does not suspect a thing. Dude, you're beyond cooked and cracked if you think I'm going to vote for you.
All right, cool. All right.
I'm always 10 steps ahead of you. You think I'm maybe 1, 2, 3 steps ahead? Already 10. And don't campaign like you did.
No, I haven't been. Yeah, I got you. I'm not that stupid.
Yeah, don't do it because the other day, people were over it. I always think faster than you. I always think quicker than you. I always think harder than you. He's going to go home.
I do.
And I'm still in the game because I'm one of the strongest players in the game.
Oh, Allan, to have your confidence.
Well, look, my confidence is backed by just, my mindset. It's a mentality. It's an attitude. And, I think that's why I'm successful in my everyday job, and that's why I'm good at what I do, because it's just the personal belief and, it's the drive and motivation.
I had to applaud you. You're like, Kieran, you're fine. You're safe. Just don't go petitioning everyone.
Campaigning.
But yeah, don't campaign.
So with the whole campaign thing, with his first eviction ceremony, Kieran was running around the house scrambling, literally running around the house like Casper the Ghost, and it was completely insane. He was just acting just crazy, and everyone was like, wow, this guy's just so full on. And yeah, I mean, basically when it came to my eviction, I was like, just don't scramble around. You're just going to look crazy. And actually, when I told him, yeah, no, it's cool, and when he said to me, who are you going to vote for? Garth didn't actually campaign then to switch the vote. So It's interesting how it played out towards the end because I was unaware. I was told all this stuff, leaving the house. But
it's funny you say that because I want to show you a moment from the chat with Sonia where it feels like this is where the penny dropped for you. Have a look.
Do you see any dangerous players sitting on that side of the room?
2. That's why I chose them. They're dangerous. They're very
dangerous.
Good. They're lovely, lovely guys. But I don't want to be in the firing line and I'd have to watch my back. So I'm going to get in early to potentially save my ass down the track.
So what do you need to do with dangerous players?
Cut their head off.
Was that the moment?
That's gold. Honestly, forget about the penny dropping. The penny wasn't even on my hand to begin with. It was literally, it still didn't drop because when he kept saying, I put 2 people up there because they're playing too hard, too fast, I kept thinking in my head, well, wait a second. You've been in the house for literally 3.5 seconds. How do you know I'm playing the game too hard, too fast? Are you basing this on your own interactions with me? Are you basing this on what everyone's telling you? So then I realized it was actually because... So I actually met him in auditions and he had somehow worked out that I was smart and, he apparently knew my strategy, but it was actually the other way around. I knew his strategy and yeah, so it's a bit of that wasn't really...
But you say that, but he outplayed you then.
Completely, and that's why it was a blindside because the whole day I was even called into diary room 3 times during that day and Big Brother asked me, Allan, for someone who's nominated, you're very relaxed today. Why are you so relaxed? And I'm like, well, of course I'm relaxed. Kieran's the problem. No one wants to play with him. He's literally like the Black Plague. No one wanted to talk to him. No one wanted a bar of it. And I'm like, well, of course I'm relaxed because I get to stay. And, I'm sorry, but my mate's going home. I'll talk to you in a couple of weeks.
Well, with the whole tea situation, Ben Norris, one of our co-hosts here, he was surprised when we were talking on our I Am Big Brother videocast and podcast last night that you didn't pour the tea that you got. Oh, the tea. But he was surprised you didn't pour the tea. Yeah, the tea
of death.
Do you reckon that lost you the game?
No, not at all. So another thing that viewers don't actually see is that we actually could run into the kitchen to get boiling hot water, put it in your shirts, jackets. You can get water from the kitchen, the pool, the toilet. Yeah, so a lot of people didn't see a lot of how we actually melted the ice. So everyone thought, I should have just used the tea. And there's not that much tea. It's just only a small
I know,
fraction,
but it's about perception, is it? And you couldn't know because it is compressing a lot of time. But, oh, my God. Were you happy or sad that you got the tea and not Angela?
Of course I was happy because, I was stirring the pot, poking the bear and I was, having a bit of fun. And I knew she was very salty. She was so angry. She was, driving people, up the wall because she wanted her tea and coffee and we were living on rations. So we really people weren't surviving well in the first couple of days, but it was an experience. And this was, truly, this is the greatest reality show in the history of television. So such a great experience.
Allan, as I said, you were really entertaining, and I do not say this to every housemate. Well, we've only had one so far, but I really wish you had stayed in the house longer because I think you were terrific. Allan, thanks for being on the Ben, Rob and Robbo Show.
Thank you. Look, they got rid of me. If I'm versing Allan, I'll get rid of me too because I'm in the way of them winning the money. So, look, it is what it is. What's done is done.
Fair enough. Thank you, mate.
Cheers. See ya.
I really like him. Don't forget, Big Brother continues tonight at 7:30 on 7, then settles into its regular slot of Sunday to Tuesday next week. And after each episode of Big Brother, the team at the Ben, Rob and Robbo Show team up with Season 3 winner Reggie Bird, or Reggie Sorensen as she is now, for our Eye on Big Brother video and podcast. You can watch the live stream at 9:30 p.m. on all of our social media channels. Each night the show finishes and then the audio podcast goes up.
It's the Ben, Rob and Robbo, Ben, Rob and Robbo Show. Ben, Rob